Hi everyone, Kevin here from Golf Guy Reviews, and in this video today I wanted to give you my first look and impressions of the brand new Adidas Tour360 XT SL 2.0. Man, that is a serious mouthful for a pair of golf shoes. But these are quite a hotly anticipated shoe because the original XT SLs have been a very popular shoe all through 2020, and so these have just launched right the way towards the end, and so it'll be really interesting to see how these stack up and perform against the very successful predecessors. Now, what I wanted to do in this video today is actually give you a bit of a closer look as to some of the design and style changes of this shoe. There's been some, there's not loads, but there's certainly some important changes being made. So we're going to take a bit of a closer look. Now, I haven't managed to actually wear these shoes out on the golf course yet. I have worn them down on the driving range, but that's not nearly enough for me to give my full review. But do make sure you check out down below in the description, because I will include my link to my full review once I've posted it. Also, if you are thinking about buying these shoes, then again, I've included my affiliate links down in the description below. But for now, let's jump straight in. Now, this shoe currently retails in the UK for around £140, and as I mentioned, is a spikeless golf shoe and is a 2.0 version based on Adidas's XT SL golf shoes, which were very popular in their own right. If I had to give one criticism of the XT SL, it was that it took a little bit of time to break in. Certainly in this heel area, in the original versions, they gave me quite bad blisters right out of the box, and I definitely had to make sure that I broke the shoes in properly. And it's something that a lot of people said about the shoes as well. So it will be really interesting once I get these out on the course to see whether these give me the same issues, or whether actually that the changes to the shoe have meant that they fit a little bit different and don't necessarily give me such bad blisters right out of the box. Adidas have launched a few different options with this shoe. So first of all, I've got the full leather upper here using Adidas's climber proof leather. And there are, I think, 4 different color options for this style of shoe. But also, Adidas have actually launched a textured version of the shoe as well. So if you prefer a knitted upper, something a little bit more maybe suited for summer and a little bit more flexible, then Adidas have got you covered there as well. Don't forget that you've also got the Adidas Code Chaos range. So again, that is a high performance spikeless golf shoe, but very aggressively designed. Whereas this one is very much a more traditional looking golf shoe, but it's got the benefits of being spikeless if that's something that you want. Now, I think what's going to be ideal in this video today is actually take a closer look at the shoe. So I've got the other camera set up here, and first of all, what you can see here on the detailing is that on the side of the shoe, you've got a bit of a texture that wasn't there before on the shoe. Now, I can't specifically tell whether that's designed specifically to kind of, help lock in on this midfoot area any better than the previous versions, but, I'll just have to let you know once I use these out on the course. You can see that you've got this climber-proof leather upper, and right out of the box it is nice and soft. I've got to say that it really is a nice soft leather upper. And then moving here, you've got then this more textured part. And then over the top, similar to all the previous versions and pretty much where it gets its name from, you've got these 3 straps here. So you can kind of see there that they can kind of pull away from the shoe, and they tie into the laces there on the shoe, and it goes right the way underneath the shoe. And then on the previous version, you actually had the straps kind of on the outside of the medial part of the shoe as well. Whereas on this version, you can see that actually the straps kind of live under the leather and then just kind of pop out on the top on the medial side. Again, in terms of a performance benefit, I'm not entirely sure what specific performance benefit you're going to get out of it, but it does mean that it won't necessarily get as much kind of dirt and mud under there because it can't get under there on the medial side. In terms of other changes to the shoe as well, you can see that you've got a slightly different kind of leather material there on the heel. So you've got this kind of perforated section there instead of the plain leather that you had. And actually a big difference is on the tongue. So the tongue has been changed quite a lot on this shoe. So again, you've got this perforated leather material on the tongue, but you can kind of see here that you've got this softer material as well along the top. And if I kind of show it, hopefully we can kind of get it there, you've got that material which runs along the inside of the tongue as well. And actually, I've got to say that the tongue does feel quite a lot more comfortable in this shoe. It sits a little bit tighter, I've got to say, but it definitely feels softer on the front of my foot there. So it'll be interesting to see how this performs out on the course. What I'm really interested to see as well is actually how this kind of heel area performs there. If I just get it in view. So it doesn't look any different, just kind of on face value compared to the previous version. I'm really interested to see whether or not these are going to give me blisters out on the course. So I will definitely be letting you know whether or not you need to break these in. In terms of the traction on the shoe, I'm not going to go too much detail with this because it hasn't changed from what I can see, or if it has, it's changed very, very little, but you've still got these kind of X lugs on there, so you've still got a whole bunch of traction on the shoe. And you can see as well, you've got that X underneath the shoe there to give it a little bit more stability and support, because this is a full length Boost midsole with no kind of like wraparound area of protection of it at all there. So the Boost is very, very comfortable. If you haven't tried Adidas Boost before, then it is very, very comfortable. This is a very comfortable shoe underfoot. I did wear it down the driving range and it just was really comfortable right out of the box in terms of the softness, but that's not really long enough to break the shoe in. I'm not kind of sure, I'm sorry, but I actually ended up selling my previous versions of the XT shoes. But I think this area might be a little bit new as well, and I think they might have given a little bit more kind of support above the Boost there to really try and make this a more supportive golf shoe. Didn't necessarily have a problem in terms of the level of support that this shoe had, but I think Adidas have just kind of made a few tweaks to try and get the most performance out of this shoe that they possibly can. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think of this shoe? I really, really like this colourway, to be honest. I bought it specifically because I'm going to be using it out here in the UK in the winter, so this is going to get very, very muddy, and you just cannot beat a black Boost midsole, especially for these winter months. It just kind of hides all the mud and the, you know, the marking up that you're going to get on this shoe. So personally, I think this is the best colourway that it has launched with, but let me know down in the comments, what do you think? I really hope you enjoyed this video today, so hit that like button if you did. And if you are looking for a pair of Adidas spikeless golf shoes, why not check out my full review of the Adidas Code Chaos.